All right, and it's 3, 2, 1 pills. Let's see these two destroy some viruses.
And here we go, Dmhero out of the gate, as well as Chris Bidwell, as we see that, just seeing it, Dmhero didn't have a lot of access to blue, but he's managing to create some of it here and there, and the only thing is that the board is very left-sided.
Yeah, it's definitely going to present some issues. Meanwhile, on Bidwell's side, his first pill, I'm pretty sure, was a bit of a misdrop. That yellow blue that's sitting on column 2, pretty sure he wanted to tuck that on under. I thought maybe there was a chance he was going to try to use that for a horizontal on a blue in column 3, but that would have been a heck of a setup. Not by Chris Bidwell standards, but unfortunately, he did go ahead and knock that one out. So he's just going to have to deal with that. Maybe take those reds out from underneath, eat the drop time, or if he's lucky, make that his last play.
Yeah, definitely. But and the fact that there's all yellow on that left side is complicating things a little bit for Chris, as we are seeing that now team here just left with 4 viruses. All of them are red, and red is wasn't incoming for a little bit there, but now it's coming in little trickles.
Single color, what does that feel like? Oh, wait. Um, yeah, that's the story of so many Dr. Mario rounds. As yeah, he gets his last two. He's going to be out at a 134 solid time. Bidwell not going to be too far behind. He's managed to take it down to just these 3 viruses, and he needs every color, but definitely doesn't need blue yet. He finally gets that taken care of, and he's going to be out at 147. So
Yeah,
about 11 seconds difference between these two.
yeah, and that was one of the situations where really there wasn't a whole lot to do because it needed to take care first of what was underneath. Otherwise, it was going to be a pain to just deal with it. So it's good that he realized that and just took the time for it. But that's given the Dmhero the chance to open quite a wide gap on this level 7.
Yes and no. It did give him the opportunity, but unfortunately, one of the first things that happened was he got himself a double yellow blitz, and didn't have enough yellow to manage the whole blitz. So it ate up a little bit of his time. But yes, he has managed to use that to his advantage.
Indeed, as yeah, Dmhero gets the red blue. He was waiting for that fat lock, which otherwise was impairing his movement in the rest of the board.
Yeah, you really hate to see it when your awesome movements or your awesome setups block other things. But yeah, he's really managing to get things taken care of. Although Bidwell has made it a match again, as there's just a couple of viruses between the two of them.
Yeah, definitely. Just this point, Bidwell just cruising along as Dmhero is out at the 316, but Bidwell should be just right behind, just waiting for one more red. He's out at the 323.
So making up about 6 or 7 of those 10 or 12 seconds that he was behind after the first level. So definitely level 7 goes to Bidwell, but let's see if it's going to be enough or if Dmhero is going to find himself another gear. We know that he is capable of doing just about anything. He's one of our oldest players, and while versus may be his mainstay, this is definitely he's definitely no slouch when it comes to this. Wow, that was a great combo to this versus speed play.
Yeah, that was really nice, but just showing the creativity that Dmhero has had to come up with, given that the doctor just giving him a lot of yellow, but he didn't have it on the top line to use in any way, so that slowed him down, and actually now Bidwell is with the advantage.
Yeah, that little bit of some misplays, just some inefficient garbage has given Bidwell a bit of a lead, but it's not a strong one. And assuming both players get the right pills, which is always a strong assumption in this game, I expect they're going to be pretty close as we enter level 9, and it's going to be a race for that last level.
At this point, just both players hoping for the right pills to open up their last viruses on the board. Dmhero is going to get the reds and blues that he needs, and he's going to be out first at a 506, but Chris Bidwell just behind.
Unfortunately, he didn't have any setups available for those last two viruses, so he's gonna have to make them from scratch. He's out at a 512, so about the same as same difference as they had during during level 8 as during level 7. And looking at Chris, I think I figured out where my beard went.
Yeah,
Oh, and a misdrop from Dmhero.
oh no, that's definitely not what you want to see, and that high means that he's gonna have to move things quickly there. Fortunately, he's playing on medium speed, so that gives him a little bit of leeway to make those talks, but you still don't want to see those moves happening.
Yeah, both of our players taking the medium strats. I finally decided to go back to that myself, and I think it's been a positive for my game. For those who are uninitiated in the Dr. Mario's speed types, the advantage that medium gives you is that you have more mobility, whereas with high speed, well, it is just a little bit faster. As Dmhero gets a nice T clear, but is still finding himself 4 or 5 viruses behind. This is going to be a very close one, and it's looking like it might be Bidwell's to lose.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dmhero had a couple of misplays while trying to open up his left side, and that meant that, yeah, his board just closed up on him, and as you say, just a bit well trying to get some yellow in place just to get out of this level 9.
And yeah, but we're still Bidwell's waiting for a lot of yellow. Dmhero's waiting for a lot of red, and is now going to have to build a horizontal platform if he wants to take care of. Oh, no, he's going to go underneath for this red. And Bidwell added a 708. Dmhero out at a 716. 8 seconds difference between these two players. You can see just the quick snap for both of them. They weren't sure who was ahead, and it is going to be Bidwell with game one.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a back and forth, and at one point, Dmhero just taking the first 3 levels, but it was Bidwell who was able to make it through in that last level, in level 9, which is the one that counts, and it's going to be a 1-0 to Bidwell.
Absolutely. Great play for both players. We've got readies for both, so we are ready to have our 3-2-1 pills in the chat.
Just no wait for anything. Just let's jump into the next one. Let's keep playing some more Dr. Mario.
And Dmhero's first out, and I love the fact that he had so much red at the very top and immediately got a double red. The doctor's not usually that kind. We'll see if he decides to continue being that kind or if that is just a little bit of a peace offering for what's about to come.
Yeah, but despite the fact that the DM here is a little bit stuck there with those columns 5 and 6, um, he's been creative in other places. I like a couple of tips that he's come up with. They're just trying to use everything very nicely, as you could see as well with those reds. So yeah, that's been essentially the name of the game for Dmhero. But Bidwell right behind. He's not letting Dmhero to take any advantage this time around.
We got ourselves a race. It's five viruses each at this point. Bidwell taking a slight lead, but Dmhero is just waiting for his combos to clear up. As Bidwell out at a 107, that is a really, really good time. That's much better than either one of them had in the first game. As Dmhero out at a 118, so both really just good fast times for that level 6. Gonna be
Oh,
interesting to see where we go from here. As Dmhero having a little bit of a misdrop, manages to clear it out so that nobody noticed at all. But they're both just finding good ways to make some good clears.
and Dmhero was waiting for that blue yellow in order to clear that bracket and be able to utilize everything that he had already set up after the slight misplay that nobody saw.
Now Bidwell has cleared out his first two columns, and there's just so much space all up until that right hand side, and it's really built up over there as Dmhero gets himself a nice lightning bolt.
Yeah, but at this point, Bidwell with the single-digit viruses, this point he can actually do some coupling there with some of them and manage to clear things very efficiently. So we're gonna see if that's the strat for Bidwell to go for.
It looks like he's down to just the one red. As Dmhero is going to need a lot of yellow. Bidwell out at a 232. Again, these are really fast times, guys. You're looking for about a minute and a half on each one of those first two levels, and Bidwell's out at just a blazing fast time. Dmhero also out at a good time, about a 246.
So yeah, as we have mentioned, anything around the 3-minute mark is what you're shooting for, and both of these players just bring in the right game. Of course, the RNG does matter, but it only works if both of these players are doing their best to utilize everything in the right way, and they certainly have been putting a clinic about it.
So on Dmhero's side, we see a very tall board. He's going to have to really put some work in to avoid drop time, as his column 3 and then 7 and 8 are all very tall. Bidwell, on the other hand, I don't know what kind of board he had because he's already knocked down most of it. As he's got a 12, 10, something around there virus lead as we're finishing up this level 8. And I think we're looking at a very potential hot time for Chris Bidwell.
Yeah, perhaps he wants to keep that platform there in order to work with that blue virus. Unfortunately, he brings it down, but he is perhaps going to just work each one of these viruses by itself. He does have the time for it, as Dmhero has a lot of red and blue on the top line, not any yellow really to talk about.
407, Bidwell
Oh.
still just smoking these levels. Unfortunately, though, as he starts this level 9, there is no more red to be had. He's gonna have to find some before, if the doctor gives him any more pills with red in it.
I mean, for a good chunk of time there, he wasn't getting any red in the pills, so at least that worked out for him. But now it's coming, and now it's the yellow that is missing from Bidwell's board. As DM here is just hoping that it was going to be 3 reds and blues. So, but he goes for the horizontal for the red, and he's out at the 450. So a
That's
good,
still, I was gonna say
but
that's still a
40
really
seconds.
good time,
Yeah.
but compared to what Bidwell's doing, it's what can you do? These are we're seeing it all day today. It's just good players getting hit by really good players.
Yeah, I mean, you can do really well, but if your opponent is doing even better, then there's really nothing you can do. But that's not up to the players that doing anything wrong or otherwise. It's just how the cards are dealt in this game.
As Bidwell down to he's going to get a nice T clear there and is down to single digits. He's unlikely to get a sub 6, but the doctor could just decide that's exactly what he wants him to have. I don't think it's possible at this point, but still, whatever he gets is going to be phenomenal. Uh, I, I'm just happy to be calling this with you, partner.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, these games, all of the tournament really has been excellent, and I'm just here for it. As the Heroes trying to close the gap as much as possible, but it might be just for Bidwell to take. And yes, it's going to be a 6-14 for Bidwell, and he's going to be taking this round number 1.